नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। आराध्यो भगवान् व्रजेशतनयस्तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधूवर्गेण वा कल्पिता। श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेम पुमार्थो महा। श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्रादरनापरा। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We will quickly read the 25 verses from Gita, just recite them, and then we will study the Bhagavatam Canto 10, chapter 36, the killing of demon Arishtasura. So let's read the 25 verses of Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya Karpanya Dosho Pahatsvabhava Pritchami Tvam Dharma Sammudacheta Yachreyasya Nishchitam Bruhi Tanme Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam Dehinamasmin Yatha Dehe Kaumaram Yovanam Jara Tatha Dehantara Praptir Dhirastatra Namuyati Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshara Sukha Dukkhada Agama Nityastam Stitikshva Bharata Neha Vikramanashoste Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpamapi yasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha Ahankara iti yamme Ahankara vimudatma Kartaham niti manyate Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata Abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya च दुष्कृताम् धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदिक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि शुनि चैव स्वपाके च पंडितः समदर्शिनः मत्ता परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव्ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्ति अत्र संशयः यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावं त्यजते अन्तकलेवरं तं तमेवैति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावितः राजविद्या राजगूह्यं पवित्रम् इदमुत्तमं प्रत्यक्षावागमं धर्म्यं सुसुखं कर्तुम् अव्ययम् अवजानन्ति मां मूढा मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितां परं भावम् अजानन्तो मम भूतमहेश्वरम् पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदं भक्ति उपहरितम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुद्धभावसमन्वितः Macchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham sattayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाश्यामि आत्मभावस्तु ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविद् एव चाहम् भक्त्या मामभिजानाति यावन्याश्चास्मि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विशति तत् अनन्तरम् मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजि मां नमस्कुरु मामिवैष्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजानि प्रियोऽसि मे सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. These are the 25 important verses, or most important verses. Every verse is important in Bhagavad Gita, but I have this different lists compiled, like 108 verses, 28, 25, 140, etc. So for those who want to memorize, they can take benefit of these already. So in Hindi also we have 50 and 108. So if anyone would like to take advantage, you can access these and memorize and recite daily, whatever is easy, and happily you can do that. So now we come to the story of Arishtasura, which comes in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Canto 10, chapter 36. Arishtasura, the bull demon, we have been talking about. And in the last few verses, we were talking how this demon, just doing a quick summary from the beginning, this demon was very, very huge, very, very ferocious, not an ordinary bull, which represents dharma. Bulls don't harm others for no reasons. Bulls are known to make even, Mother Earth fertile, like by tilling, right? Similarly, but this bull was irreligion personified, because he was trying to harm the Vrajavasis, the cows, and they were all very, very scared, because this was not just an ordinary 6 feet bull. He was like a monster, his hump touching the sky, and the clouds were thinking, oh, it's like a mountain. So all these Vrajavasis, including the cow, they were very, very scared, bhita, bhaya, and we spent good time and energy on talking about overcoming fearlessness. They all were chanting, Krishna, Krishna, help, 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 please protect me, help me. They were all chanting, Krishna, Krishna, help, you help us. So they all took shelter of Krishna. And then Krishna came, and Krishna, this Arishta charged towards him with ferocious red bloodshot eyes, with pointing horn moving straight ahead towards, and is like, have you seen the bulls? They kind of move the dust on the ground with their 4 feet, like head on towards Krishna. And then Krishna grabbed him, seized him with his horns, and then, like the Bhagavatam explained, that how the dhobi, like washer men, they do, like, right? They beat the cloth like bang, 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 like a few times, and then through. And Arishta emitted or excreted stool and urine in fear, and kicking his legs, rolling his eyes. Arishta painfully went to the abode of death, vomiting blood, vomiting stool, urine, and he was like a mess. And the demigods are showering flower to the Supreme Lord. So that brings us till text 14 now. We'll read text 15, which from Evam kukud minam hatva stuyamana dvijatibihi vivesha goshtam sabalo gopinam Nayanotsavaha. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Having thus killed the bull demon Rishta, he who is a festival for the gopis' eyes entered the cowherd village with Balaram. This verse exemplifies the sublime contrast of spiritual qualities within Sri Krishna. In one 4-line verse, we simultaneously learn that Lord Krishna killed a powerful and wicked demon, and his boyish beauty gave festive pleasure to the young girlfriends. Lord Krishna is as hard as thunderbolt or as soft as rose, depending on our attitude toward him. The demon Arishta wanted to kill Krishna and all his friends, so the Lord beat him into a wet rag and killed him. The gopis, however, loved Krishna, and thus the Lord boyishly reciprocated with their conjugal feelings. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining. See Priti Mataji, Navalali Devi, and Gandhi Prabhu. Thank you so much for taking out your most valuable time. A beautiful word here mentioned, Nayanotsavaha, Nayanotsava. Nayan ke liye utsav hai. Krishna's beauty is festival for the eyes. Utsav means festival, one which brings utsaha, enthusiasm, encouragement, delight, like we look forward to it. We're happy. Utsava. So that was Krishna for whom? For the gopis, for his beloved devotees. The devotees long to see Krishna, long to see the holy dham, long to see Krishna's ambassadors, Guru, Vaishnavas, festivals, programs, services, because that is the real festival for the eyes. But the demonic people, they long to see what? They long to see things which are not so conducive. These days, inappropriate content is so easily accessible. People may spend hours and hours watching adulterous content, watching movies, watching, some other things which are not so healthy for our eyes, or spending our time and energy watching other things. But devotees, they love to see Krishna. It's a festival for them. Netrotsava, Nayanotsava, Nayanabhirama, all these words is describing like how Krishna is the one who gives joy to the eyes. There are many, many devotees who come to the temple and just are absorbed in watching the beauty of the Lord. Right? It's Netrotsav, Nayanotsav. And a beautiful contrast is mentioned here. Sublime contrast, as in the purport we read. What is a sublime contrast? On one moment, Krishna just killed a monster demon. Kukud minam. The humped bull demon. Kukud, kukud minam. Hatva, Mardiya. Stuyamana Dvijatibihi, and having praised by the Brahmanas. So the Brahmanas were praised. So in one moment he is killed. So the contrast is that he is tougher than the toughest. Vajradapi kathorat, kusumatapi komalat. More tough than the thunderbolt for non-devotees, for demons like Arishta. And kusumatapi komalat. So Krishna's lotus feet were the example is mentioned. Krishna's lotus feet were very, very tough for the Kaliya, right? Like thunderbolt or for Arishta or any other demon. But for the same lotus feet are very soft for the gopis. Mm. So, and even Guru is also said like that. He can be hard like a thunderbolt and soft like a petal. Mm. Prabhupada was very hard sometimes for our welfare only, being very strict, calling someone as rascal or fool or you know, but the intent was not to demean or put them down, but to basically help to shake them up to rise up. Mm. And then sometimes he would be so kind and gentle, like devotees were offering Vyasa Puja, offering flowers, offering garlands, and he saw one person, one devotee who had some cut in the feet, some kind of some medical, like physical issue in the feet. And he called, please come here. And I said, he wrote a medicine, okay, because Prabhupada had a medical background and pharmacy, Prayag pharmacy. Now go get this medicine and put on your feet and you'll recover. So be so kind and gentle. The famous verse in the Bhagavad Gita, which explains this, Yetha mam prapadyante tam stateva bhajamyaham. Mam vartamana anuvartante manushya partha sarvashaha. As you approach me, I shall reciprocate accordingly. And the classic example of that is seen here also, but it's more profound in the Krishna book, of course, in the when Krishna enters Mathura. The wrestlers are seeing him as the opponent. Kamsa is seeing as death personified. The friends are seeing as our the friendship rasa, Sakhya, our friend has come. The gopis are seeing in the conjugal rasa, the mothers and the fathers, Nanda, Vasudeva, Devaki, etc. are seeing in Vatsalya rasa, our child has come. So everyone is seeing in different ways. And that's what happens even now also. Everyone, like 100 people approached, interestingly, one devotee was sharing in class. You go to a dentist. Hmm. You go to a dentist, you have a clear purpose, right? That we want to get maybe our tooth clean, maybe cavity fill, maybe some dental procedure, something connected to the teeth or the oral system. We don't say, can you check my eyesight? Right? We won't go and ask that to a dental clinic. And vice versa. We won't go to an eye doctor and say, hey, my tooth is paining. Same with an orthopedic. Same with we go to a car mechanic and don't say, hey, my washer is not working, right? We do go to maybe an Apple store and say, can I get a new motorbike? Or can I get a new piece of furniture, right? I think we're getting the point here. But you go to God, you there are 100 people coming to God for 100 different reasons, right? Someone saying, I want to get a wife. Please, give me a wife or a husband. I am not getting married. Someone will say, well, I'm married, but my wife is like this or my husband is like this. Someone is saying, oh, my wife or husband, they don't listen. Oh, someone is saying my father or mother, grandfather, grandmother passed away. Someone is saying, I'm having a job difficulty in my job, help me, give me a job. Someone is saying, give me this. Someone is saying, I lost something in my business. Someone is saying, give me house. Someone is saying, oh, give me car. Someone is saying, get me to America. I need visa. Someone is saying, I'm tired of America. I want to go back, right? Someone is saying, I want visa. Someone is saying, I want this. Long story short, 10,000 people approaching with 10,000 reasons. Mm. As we approach, he will reciprocate accordingly. Those who approach Krishna, I want you Krishna, I want your pure bhakti, he will reciprocate accordingly. But 99% people, they approach with some kind of reason, some kind of desire, some kind of motivation. But the best motivation is to ask Krishna, you be mine, I be yours. That's it. So then you will feel that Krishna's joy, Krishna's Nayan Utsava, that's a critical word here, the festival for eyes. And what could be, this Janmashtami Utsava is coming just 2 days from now. So it's very, very beautiful to see Krishna, to celebrate these festivals. Any thoughts, comments? Sorry, I overspoke maybe. Anyone has any thoughts, comments, questions?
No, nothing, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, you're saying something.
Yeah, I was just thinking that very nice explanation that you have given. Something reminds me that you're saying that how the Krishna reciprocate with the demons, and same Krishna is so soft and we soften with the devotees. So there's a analogies there, like a kitten holds a rat, and a kitten holds a cat holds a kitten, and the same cat holds a mice.
Mhm.
So the kitten he is, and the process is same, but and the kitten is feeling so safe in the mouth of cat, but rat is not feeling safe because the approach is different, right? The way he behaves. But Krishna is little different also, because either one killed by Krishna or either one protected by Krishna, it is basically for the protection. And protection of the body is not important. Protection of the soul is more important. So by killing these demons is also a protection that Krishna is giving to them. So yeah, Krishna is all auspicious, whatever he do, or it's all the beneficial for the soul. The first thing. And other thing that you have mentioned, that festival of eyes, right? So we say that Krishna is a Rishikesh, right? Master of all the senses. And one should be use all the senses in the service of Krishna. If we don't use, we see that if there is a little deviation uh, in in our senses, it leads to the uh, great danger. Like in the as you mentioned, the eyes, like Ajamil, he just saw that and he fell down from the position of a like a learned Brahmana, good Brahmana. So we should see we should be like Ambarish Maharaj. Like he is using all his senses in the service of the Lord. He used eyes to see the beautiful form of the deity, Lord Krishna, Radharani, and the devotees. He uses his, hands and legs to go to the temple. Hands they are using to, serve the devotees and clean the temple, mopping the temple. So like that, if you use your senses, then and other thing that in one of the lecture Amrendra Prabhu was mentioning, and even it is mentioned in Bhagavatam also, that all the senses are guarded by a specific demigod, right? Like our mind is like forehead section is guarded by like Chandradev. Similarly, like other, and what their demigods do, they are a servant of Krishna, right? So if we use our senses in a appropriate way, in a proper way, which is actually made for that, isn't it? Eddie was mentioning. So we can actually feel that satisfaction, that bliss in bhakti, because bhakti is rare. I'm just trying to come that point that you have mentioned that many people approaches Krishna with many different reasons. But Krishna may, if you do the devotional service, Krishna may give everything, may give you wealth, whatever you want. Um, but Krishna rarely gave the bhakti, because he tests that devotee, that this person is really qualified to become a devotee. Because once Krishna accept you as a devotee, he become purchased. He says that aham bhakta paradhino. So he says that I am a servant of my devotees. I am not living here, I am not living Vaikuntha, I am not living there. I'm living in the heart of my devotees. So that much love Krishna reciprocate with the devotees. It is not just a one-sided relationship, and we are not just a servant of Krishna, we are loving servant of Krishna. Because Krishna actually does very menial services for their devotees. We have seen that for the Arjuna in Rajasuya Yag. So, I mean, many, many places we have seen that Krishna comes to that level and he serves the devotees, and the devotee serves the Krishna. So, who can be so compassionate? Who can be like none other than Krishna? Like Krishna's heart is so full of compassions and full of love. He just really want us to go back, come to him. He just eagerly waiting for all of us to go back to Godhead and back to him, play with him, dance with him, eat with him. And that's what Krishna want. He was like willing to us, like, he just find any excuse that how that jiva come back to me. So, I mean, who can leave such a Lord who is so beautiful, not just a beautiful looking, he has a very beautiful heart. So, thank you, Prabhuji, allowing me to share.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing such wonderful nectarian points. Okay, let's read the next verse, text 16. It's pretty long, so let's see if we can cover it today. So maybe both of you can read partially, like Gandhi Prabhu, you want to read, and then Preeti Mataji can read Are you in a position, Prabhuji, to read?
I can read, Prabhu.
Please, yes, thank you.
Nihate
There.
Daitye Krishna Kṛṣṇe Kṛṣṇena Bhuta Karmana Kamas Kamasyasaha Bhagavan Narada Deva Darshanaha. After Aristasura had been killed by Kṛṣṇa, who acts wonderfully, Narada Muni went to speak to King Kamsa. That powerful sage of godly vision addressed the king as follows. The term Deva Darshana can be understood in many ways, all of which are consistent with the context and purport of this narration. Deva means God and Darshana meaning seeing, or an audience with a great personality. Thus, Deva Darshana, a name for Narada Muni, indicates that Narada has attained the perfection of seeing God. That getting Narada's audience is as good as getting God's, since Narada is the pure representative of the Lord, and also that Narada's audience is as good as that of the demigod, who are also known as Devas. That there are all these meanings of the term Deva Darshana reveals something of the richness of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam's language. So is Narada called Deva Darshana?
Yes, Narada Deva Darshana, a name of Narada Muni.
Narada Muni. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Thank you.
Mm.
Should I continue?
Yeah, maybe you can read till here and then
Okay.
with Mataji
From
can.
the Puranas, Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura has quoted 20 verses describing a joking conversation between Radha and Kṛṣṇa that took place after Kṛṣṇa had killed the demon Arista. This conversation, so kindly quoted by the Acharya, describes the origin of Radha Kund and Shyama Kund, Radha's and Kṛṣṇa's bathing ponds. The verses are as follows. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
How much, Prabhuji? So now this Sarishta has been killed, and Narada Muni, who is referred here as Devadarshana. And actually, we're all followers of Narada Muni. In this Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, Narada Muni is the son of Brahma, also called the Manasputra. Or in this Parampara, Narada Muni has a critical role. There is no section of Bhagavatam where we see that Narada Muni is not there. Whether in the Canto 1, like this disciple Vyasadeva, then Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, anywhere we see the Prachetas or so many examples, Ajamil story is there, and many stories, Chitraketu Maharaj. Narada Muni's presence is very, very critical in the Bhagavatam. So he's called Devadarshana, Devadarshan, one. And we should also try to become Devadarshan. It's an adjective. Adjective, what the meaning is? One whose vision is godly. So here, Naradaha Devadarshanaha. Narad Muni is described as Deva because his vision is God. He sees everything in connection to Kṛṣṇa. If you remember, this is what we were talking about in that how to overcome fear. To see everything in relation to Kṛṣṇa or to develop that Kṛṣṇa conscious vision is basically Deva Darshana. And I've shared this with both of you. You requested. I've shared this whole presentation with both of you just now. Developing that Kṛṣṇa conscious vision, seeing the hand of God in every aspect is nothing but Deva Darshana. Like Prahlad was seeing, whether it was poison, whether it was being thrown off mountain cliffs, whether it's in the middle of the snakes, he was always having that Devadarshana vision that my Lord is there. He's going to protect me. He's going to help me. He's going to arrange the best for me, like the kitten in the cat's mouth. That's Devadarshana. Sthavara Jangamana dekhi taramurti sarvatra hoy ishta spurt. So now let's try to read some verses. We have read this story, the appearance of Radhakund and Shyamkund, but now it's like it's connected to this demon story. So how did they originate? Very, very beautiful story. Maybe we can at least start this today. It's a long purport, multiple, like about 20 verses are there. So what do you say, Mataji? Should we start this tomorrow or? Because we want.
Yeah, I think it's better, Prabhu, we can start tomorrow. So we
Yeah,
all have in the mind also. We don't from
right.
this beginning.
Plus, it'll be if we start and like kind of leave in the middle, it won't be justice because it's an important story. So we will just tomorrow focus on the appearance of Radha Kund and Shyam Kund and how these is linked to Arishta. I don't want to say anything more to break the suspense. Okay. Any more thoughts, comments, questions before we pause for today?
No, I just have one thing that here is saying that is Narad audience is as good as getting gods, right? So any pure devotee of the Lord, if they go is like there's a verse, right? When they go to the, it becomes like a holy place. So whenever they go, it's and when we say that lava matra sadhu sangha. I mean, if you just see the pure devotee, all your sins go away. So by seeing, by serving, and by we say that when the Jad Bharat and how can I forget that? Who was that who instructed? Jad Bharat was instructed to King Rahuguna. Yeah. So he was also saying that without the taking bath of the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord, a devotee of the Lord, one cannot one cannot even do the devotional service in a pure form, right? So I mean the importance of pure devotees seeing the presence whenever they speak, it create transformation in the heart. It says that the sadhus are the one who are the real spiritual disruptors. They do the two things. What they do, they create a doubt and they create a faith. So like we have a story of a Sanatan Goswami and touchstone. The Brahmana went to the like he think like that. Oh, the touchstone was found. He threw at the garbage place. I mean, it means that creates a doubt in that mind. It means that he has something more valuable than that touchstone. And what was that? So that kind of, and then he goes back and then he talk about the importance of holy name. So that creates a faith in the heart of the devotee. So it is like, the sadhus are actual disruptors. They know that when they use hard words, when they use the soft words, they cut the knot of this bondage of this material world, a knot of attachment. So, and Narad Muni do the same thing. He appears in all cantos and he make everyone devotee. He met and he just like he know that how to deal with Mrigari. He don't say any sharp words. At least that time he says that. Of course, he says that you will get the sins but he says that okay, if you want to cut the animal, that's okay, but at least kill it fully. Although both are sinful activity, but he knows that how one can come into that path. And other places he give the instructions. Even through a Maharaj, he tasted. Like, he give a test, like, okay, this person now, why are you doing this? You're just a 5-year-old boy. And it's a austerity and penances is very difficult. You can go back and why are you so angry at your father like this? But when he understand that no, this boy is really very determined. So then he gave the mantra and of course we see that in 6 months Dhruva Maharaj able to see the Lord Vishnu. So I mean likewise, he appears in every cantos and the pure devotee's intention is the only thing they only support the Krishna's will according to their will is all Krishna's will. What Krishna wants? Krishna wants everybody come to the kingdom of Lord, spiritual kingdom. So the pure devotees travel, and from here and there, they preach and they try to bring all the souls, those who are suffering in this world, and they try to give this Krishna consciousness to that. Oh, you are suffering. That's what Srila Prabhupada does. At the very advanced age, have nothing, no information, no money, no people. He was like completely alone. But he was not alone. Krishna was there. Krishna was guarding. He was like Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam was there. And he creates so many people, Westerner, those who haven't heard the name of Krishna in their life, but just for his compassion, his love, they all give up their, they give whole their life to in the service of Srila Prabhupada. So that's a pure devotee's strength, right? So yeah, yes, Prabhu. Sorry, I took a long time. So sorry about that.
Thank you. Thank you for your thoughtful reflections and comments. So thank you. We will pause here and to continue tomorrow. I think tomorrow we can continue. Grantraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.